focusing that C to start.
This is a change. Cortezia starting things off, still angry on the side. He has the big razor fire to slow things off and also scores first blood.
They don't seem too worried about it. MIBR feeling good as artzin comes up 2 quick kills. Now 3 members of C9 mill about in the back of sight, just seeing if they can get the positioning to get this spike down for a slight positional advantage.
And MIBR played in numbers, but the thing is, they allowed C9 to actually place the wall to block off Waterfall, and that's super strong on pistol. Everybody can now focus towards the spawn.
Quick Oxy push forward, trying to scale a little bit with Vic on the help there. There's 2 quick ones coming in from Cloud9. It looks like they're by xenom, so they should know this is happening. Oxy's going to take that space and just flex the muscles. We're here quick with a stinger. artzin goes down, and not much smoke control will be left here for the control over C site. That wall goes down, and so does cortezia. Okay, quick trades. Nasr back into the site. Didn't expect this just as fast. They're working kind of 1 by 1 right now, and it works for a few kills, leaving a 2v2.
And aspas is still alive here. Both of them working together. Oh,
okay.
The wall bang from Vic. You talk about the consistency of how he's not going to make big plays, but could still anchor it up for Cloud9, and they already have a clear advantage.
Yeah, aspas. Gonna have to use the mechanics real tough on this one. Swing up to the left, almost like the 8-10 split, or 7-10 split, I should say. There's one.
Almost out, so they have so much to hit towards the C site.
They keep doing this. They make MIBR throw a bunch of utility out, and then they freely hit a site. Oxy has to be careful. He's used to this position, being alone across from the team. And nobody's even peeking. MIBR's given so much space, but finally artzin's able to trade. The rest of the cavalry comes through now as C9's going to set up in sight with a nice wall on A-Link. Quick trades by MIBR. Kind of scattered in sight now as Vic is firing for the last shot. A bit scattered there as it's a back and forth right now, but it's going to be aspas out top.
So that it pulls it out so that he's like, oh, I have a green light. I could move in with the rocket. I'm not going to get stalled, but then he gets funneled into paint shells that pulls him back. And now C9 can re-hit into B against less utility. But the position in the front B side from xenom could be huge.
They rush on the flush. Beautiful job off Xeppaa's utility, but they don't know about xenom. A quick hit, and xenom plays his life. Super smart. What's this alert from Net going to do, though? Obviously seeing one cortezia just on the other side. A bit of cat and mouse here as the spike is planted, and MIBR has to move.
Net staying far behind, so they isolated him. They can fight back towards the spawn.
Quick hits there. Cortezia comes up with a big one, but they're going to be pushing forward off of that. Mitch answers. artzin brings it down to a 2v2, and Mitch is low, limping around that heaven area, trying to get the arsenal back up and online. It's just past half, fans. Looks like they're going to be able to get it.
Right into a pit dropped early by artzin.
Oh, Rolling Thunder goes straight through, and the whole team is here. Rubble control already by MIBR, so they're going to have to close in on this. A quick peek. artzin finds it with a shorty. Net's actually just 1 tick away from dying. Anything hits him and he falls. What a stall again by MIBR. They figured something out here, even if it's an ult to be used at the beginning of the round.
But that's the spike too. Mitch moved in together thinking that he had his teammates behind with him, but the thing is trying to pressure into that pit. They got stopped by the wall set up by cortezia. So the study of the K9 for C9 to be able to abuse towards the C site has now been funneled by cortezia's agent change. It really foils their plan, so they have to rework now in the mid round and really try to pinch back in. They still have a lot of time to work with, so they could still do some damage.
What an awkward spot for the spike to be. They're going to get as deep as they can on one side. We'll try and watch the flank, and this is going to be Vic and Oxy on that squad. Let's see what the power players can do here. Possibly get a hit as well from Xeppaa and Net as they get into the site, but it looks like MIBR are so ready.
Second wave too, so you have util coming through. You heard the salvos, and now double walking in. Crossfire is beautiful though.
Again! There's 2!
Kills with a shorty from inside this pit, starting with this first one here onto Mitch. Again, really did a great job MIBR from splitting that first wave. Look at that snake bite on the ground too. Nothing you can really do. Everybody's actually losing HP going inside that pit. So artzin had so much value with the shorty.
Now they got some lurkers this time, Vance.
Here, they're just we'll tag towards C. If anything, hopefully xenom could escape because he's got the TPs, and he can play the retake once again with his splash.
Beautiful trade. Oxy still gets one though. They're going to be able to take site. The run over from MIBR. That Nightfall's still there, but it's going to be a tough consideration with Xeppaa's ult and the control C9 have.
That's one thing too that was good for C9 on the pulse plant on this A site. The delay that they have around this composition to utilize the salvos with like 10 seconds left on that spike, and to guarantee that round. It happened twice the last time they played on this map too. So it'll be difficult for MIBR here to retake the site.
They throw the ult in. artzin as well, just with a bit of that lurk timing to get himself into sight. They don't know about the tree members or that ult from Xeppaa ready to be popped off from far away.
I mean, look at that. There's already sonic sensors on the first one. There's the ult. It's going to get a half at least.
Oh, almost gets out. Either way, so they have to be quick. Here's the flush. Here's the rush. It's going to be Oxy again. Picture perfect and a deja vu from him as he hits backside. The rest of the team follows in tow, and Cloud9 are going to be able to plant C.
Too easy. Razorvines, yes, they blew him out, but he's already satcheled through most of it, and it takes a little bit before it blooms up, and Oxy gets 2 nice entries. Very difficult for the last 2, but at least 2 players of C9 are low. Showstopper could be really big for MIBR.
Ooh, aspas does hit, but the wall is still there. He got popped back just a little bit from the recoil. Doesn't make it over, and it's just the pressure now. xenom and aspas up top.
Vic's first contact.
Waiting for that head peek. Get the quick swing coming out of net. Not even going to peek just yet as net is low. He leaves it up to last second. aspas still finds him. This is what we talk about, the mechanics. Creating the 1v1s, finding half defuse. And now he's got to figure out where it's coming from. Here's a shot from Vic. Quick blast. Oh, he's going to pop himself off the spike.
A snake bite with this crossbar setup. Full ult could do it.
Artzin doesn't get hit. He's able to take one down with a stinger. A quick trade, though. The site is not considered open just yet. Still one Nazwar in the backside trying to hold it down.
He got netted.
Oh, he still gets the kill, though, and he's able to skirt to safety. But for how long? Quick flank. We saw this push coming in. xenom and aspas already there. The timing has been perfect, and Nazwar's damage from the back of the site leaves Mitch alone. Leaves him in a very troublesome spot, and aspas.
The Haunt actually didn't get too much information here, so that's going to start having MIBR guessing.
That 40-second hit, that's when your signature comes back up, so we see a bit of the skills being used. Oxy opens up the site here, and now MIBR has to force back C9. They get 1. A second on the site, a third, almost a 4th. Vic's able to transfer that one over in the trade, though, as Nazwar is chasing just on the heels, just on his coattails, the right click. Yeah, here's the wall. Here's one thing, knows he can wall a link, but it's going to be tree for MIBR. They should have a pretty easy walk-in and setup as they see Mitch for quick damage to the wall. But here comes the salvo, the site rush. Cloud9's actually ready to waterfall in here, and MIBR's a bit split for how they want to defend this. Oxy and Mitch, quick 2 to start it off here as they get things fired up for C9. Now it's just a hide in the smoke. MIBR is not looking good for this pistol round.
Just too much going on for Cloud9. Even that wall funnels them into the front line. So much util to stall them and allowing for C9 to be able to do what they're good at. Flitting back and training as a team so far this kickoff. And cortezia and xenom, the new bloods, are going to have to clutch a 2v5.
Last player standing.
What an awesome
This is just going to be a chess match of who's going to start using the second wave.
Oh, giant fault line goes across the team. They try to get the showstopper in there.
There's a nice paranoia from xenom to actually cancel that. So this gives a chance, despite the player disadvantage for MIBR, a chance to still fight because it's an open A site. They're still working as a team. And aspas even potentially could get higher ground.
He's going to push. Oh, aftershock. Just threw his person, but he's going to keep it on this one-way right now. Nice setup. MIBR gets into position quick, and they have pretty decent defensive positions if everyone being inside where they want to be just on that backside. Oh my gosh. Just waiting for the push. Oxy first, maybe. Here we go. The distraction, the paranoia comes through as well. Oxy gets hit there as Nazwar's just in the drop with a frag. Oxy and Vic coming up big on that as the waterfall into the site is just too much. Cortezia now in tree. A few shots to hit, but it's going to be
the pivot potentially for a split to the B site, but it's held off by Net's wall in the front.
So good.
Wow.
Netted off, fault lined as well. You can see back from Mitch there as they went through the wall. Such communication from across the map that this team can utilize as Cloud9 stops MIBR's quick push there. The plant will still go down, but a little worse for the wear. All right, xenom with a great scale push. I don't think they can retrieve that weapon, though. Just guarding each other in sight here. C9 getting prepared to retake. Put themselves inside. Get that defuse. Slow kills just from heaven here. I think MIBR is kind of scrambling on this one. They don't know which way to look as their whole team starts to fall down around them. Nazwar's able to answer, but it's just a stinger. Knowing these Vandals are coming through, they still have to scale just a little bit. Artzin coming up huge.
What they want to try to do here could be determined right here.
Oh, God. The jumping headshot, that's going to cause Nazwar to back up. No one to heal on that. Prowler's used up, so they know they don't have the initiator utility to the left side or wherever they are going to hit. C9 is doing really well right now, controlling the map, and they paranoia off this steel garden for now. stave off MIBR's pressure so well. That's ridiculous.
Yeah, it doesn't matter if you have pistols towards the end. You have salvos coming all the way from spawn, the wall that comes up from net.
And stunned again.
And now you have 0 util going into B.
What are we watching? It doesn't affect them too much, but that was going to be their hit. All these little things causing them to balk.
Rocket Arena.
Oh, in the tree, right over the top of one. Oxy's going to get traded back by aspas as he stays alive in the situation, only to fall to Mitch. Oh my gosh, Xeppaa on point with the salvo to find another one here. And again, a scattered MIBR tries to pick up the pieces. It's going to be a TP to C.
You just love these moments where you can just stay in the back of the spawn and get free kills by just hitting on your iPad and getting kills and combining off util.
It's the iPad baby era.
And you can't play a lurk against the master lurker himself, Net, who's been punished here and there, but also finding great value on super late lurks. Just really snuffed out and sniffed out cortezia, trying to go for that flank in. This is going to be another impossible task for the other rookie in this roster for MIBR, xenom, on a 1 versus 4. Oh my, maximize the value of the Tejo.
It has been a bit of that moment for Oxy. It's like, oh yeah, this is how you do it again, right? Oh my gosh, Vic already with a frag. Just straight through the smoke to the back of mound.
And the grab net canceled the showstopper from aspas, and that was going to be the Hail Mary potential MIBR to get the round back.
Straight through, they're going to get locked up, deadlock util again, but no, aspas is able to trade just past that as the team follows in tow. Armageddon right under their feet, but it's not going to cause anybody to go down just yet.
And thankfully, they saved the third player. That was Cocoon, so Nosware, the IGL's back with the team. Oh,
Xeppaa was super close, and they didn't even realize it, but artzin still gets the flick there. Now Oxy trades into 2v2 as they try to get into the site. Not easy with an outlaw as MIBR tries to stay hidden, but it's not an outlaw. It's a shorty as Nosware comes up with one.
Played against, which could really give them an advantage.
Oh, straight off the bat, it's going to be a hit towards the bottom of B here, right off a ramp. A trade back and forth leaves only one down for each team as they are searching for each other in just this one extra smoke. Mitch on the side, it's going to be Nosware up high that able to trade that one back. And now a beaten and bloodied C9 are left with 2 to defend.
I love here that cortezia is not continuing to push forward. It allows for them to just fight a 1v1, but even for C9, they don't care about front B. They want to crush him right away.
Oh, that's beautifully done there, but Net's able to find that quick trade for the teammate. The ghost is there for Net. Usually alone on the lurk, knows this situation and how to create 1v1s, but is it going to be enough? There's one, the trade almost a set up on some of those alt orbs here, so they make sure they have a good post plan on these. Net have to go on the ledge, it's just gonna mess up his aim. aspas takes advantage of that as the rest of MIBR starts to scale into the site very quick. So much more coordination here on just needs to look at when they enter these sites. Hit fast, they have the means to shut down and save his life, but it's gonna be a B hit. MIBR is focused in the right site right now, and it's gonna force everyone out. Vic just chilling by security. And a great scale by aspas. It's been MIBR kind of out of position once these happen, but they have a lot of time. There should be no problem here.
It's going to be difficult to retake, though, because you have an operator for C9, and you also have a Hunter's Fury for pulse plan for Nosware, but he's actually using it to fight back.
Cosmic Divide's going to split a little bit just so they can get a hold of this chaos. Nosware does capitalize on one as Oxy tries to break the crosshair. artzin still is going to find it. Nothing's going down. We see the pings happen. The trade's back into a smoke. MIBR is capitalizing so much, but wait a minute. Cloud9 with 2 as they're chasing. Now they're running. Blood in the water. And it looks like aspas is going to go hunting.
Smart plays by artzin, almost catching players off guard, trying to run back.
Oh, even though it kind of slowed things down. Sure he knew where the ledge was and the updraft needed to happen. Quick save, no shot. They know the off is there, though, and that's going to be the power up, basically. It's going to be protected pretty heavily. artzin goes down. Null Command still working pretty hard just to the chest through the smoke it would be, but it's no shot. cortezia, aspas coming to the site fast, but Cloud9 on top of it before it even happens. And now we get the cortezia walk around just to get himself there.
Yeah, he's like, hey guys, I'm here. I could throw a hat for us, but then it's just him alone as his teammates were falling down. I mean, look at where these X's are. It looked like they were trying to fight as a team for MIBR, but they were not. I was actually scratching my head on artzin just running alone with the null command. Yes, he's able to find information, but there was no util, no players swinging outside of that smoke for instant trades. So there was so much good value coming out from Oxy with the operator, with the crossfire setup. I think from Mitch, too, on the other side of that A site. Now, MIBR, I mean, off a timeout, that should have been something they could have kept moving forwards to with all these rounds that they strung, the confidence they brought through. you could continue to try to disrespect C9 in their attempt here to cut outburst, maybe to try to escape, and it's a 3-2-1 swing. Oh, and it collapsed!
Basically everything that would get them into sight, and now they just have that Sova dart to use from Noswer.
Well, Oxy has dash now, but they lost Xeppaa at least. Now, again, great lurch coming out from Cortezia. Thankfully enough, it's maybe enough to break the map going into the re-hit into this B site, the walk for contact.
Well, it's going to be the rotation from Oxy now. Really great save so far by MIBR. Can they keep it going, though, to repair this round? Cortezia with one, peeks, and it's going to be just off time on Vic, too. That's 3 more now, Oxy. Full rotate, blades are out. There's one just to his left. Here's the shot actually from Astra as well. Xenom, or Xenom's gonna go down. The ace from Oxy, just to the side. It's gonna be the Oxy ace.
But Oxy did a great job just finding all those timings. MIBR this round, though, looks like they don't want to build up or allow C9 to build up in that on that height. A fast hit towards B.
Oh my gosh. Just aspas tunneling down onto Oxy there. They finally get the 2, and yeah, C9's going to have to wait for the scatter here. Or Mitch, in sight, alone, trying to do things as we see. Xeppaa's there, but he can't help. Oh, the creep down. He uses the audio for the drop just to hide it. Still can't find anything as they mill about and try to get another position for the site. It's going to be Mitch almost with one, but the trade back from Cortezia. They're still going in. Big Shoes is the shorty, but goes back as Xeppaa also picks up a frag. It's going to be Xenom. Now he has to get to the side just on the ledge. The defuse isn't there. Faking it back and forth, the spin. Vic gives him his back. He's firing too high. Cortezia and Xenom top on the list there. Quite a few frags over the rest of their teammates. Shot from the Cypher.
That's a green light go for sure.
Yep. Oh, jump over. Insight is easy. Nah, Cortezia is in between just about everybody. How much damage can he do? And Net's gonna say, not this time.
Yeah, a little bit exposed there at this point, but you still have other players inserted for MIBR. Look at this crossfire that they'll potentially have here towards Z.
Standing ahead.
With guard out, they leave tower. It's just kind of a fight for the high ground right now as they're trying to get back into sight. Spike already planted, obviously, so C9's got to do some work here. Aspas and the rest of the team just start getting fragged.
But the delay that we talked about in the post play that Net was doing so often for G2 is not going to happen there.
Yeah, as 2 stars are to use, you can see one of the Astras just a one-way at the back of sight. Ben's going to be a bit of a fight here for Oxy as he gets another one, but traded by Aspas. Almost tries to get the dash shot on here. A little tower action coming from MIBR, and Xenom and Aspas with a great little teamwork play there. Okay. The mechanics that we talk about from Aspas, just getting a bit of vision on sight there, so they have the upper hand. Cortezia steps back, waits for the team to drop, and then he'll make his move. Oh, slow and quiet. They're just creeping around. All shift buttons are held right now as nobody really knows what's going on until they peek. It's just left up to Net. Trying to stop that defuse. Cortezia is going to be, Cortezia now pulled off.
He's got it.
Half, there's too much time, not even half yet. It's gonna be a shot from see a probable end at A.
But this position that you have forward by Aspas.
Ooh, does get a trade through. They're trying to sell the fake again. So it's the same round, but with more fake. Just on the left side of the map. They get it for now, but I don't think MIBR is fully bought into this one, so they're ready to defend.
Exactly, it's less numbers towards the hit on the A site.
Oh, the shots come through. Net says bye-bye. Sit down to both MIBR members on site.
Well, let's scratch that, right? Now we still have Aldron on the post plant. The double shot that brought a lot of value for Xeppaa. And of course, Net doing what he does best, staying behind and making sure that he's the last line to secure the round with the gravity well ready here on this Astra.
Not even a connection there. They're able to back off just enough. Net can get that easy long shot as they swing out to try and get... Yep, ease. What a trade. Picture
used to playing against a chain for Xenom. You're trying to play the bait from Aspas, but just leaving those players anchored there doesn't allow for them to support here towards this B site.
Beautiful flash. As you can see, Cortezia could see nothing as they came in. A quick trade from the teammate, though. That's all they get for now. C9 an easy plant and a setup here. The speed they've been hitting the sites, I think, is what MIBR is trying to stop, but it just is not happening.
And the Astra wall maybe could give an opportunity for Xenom to even play behind the wall if they want to start using it, but that clock has been taken down on that spike. Not too sure if that's going to be the play. Well, there he goes. It starts.
Nobody expects it's hardly a place anybody plays, but Xeppaa's still there for one. They know the op is there for aspas, so they're just going to play behind walls here. Make a quick trade. Yeah, aspas forced to come out now, forced to do a little walk around here and help xenom, but they are getting routed right now. Vic is about to have the back shot. Oh
time.
My gosh. What is, they're dancing around each other. Vic's going to go ahead. Ooh, the push. Even in the KO knife.
Okay.
Oh, blocked it.
Still got a kill, though, at least with the Hunter's Fury.
Yes.
So off the timeout was actually just to play around the Operator and the Hunter's Fury while they have, you know, whatever buy they could muster. Cortezia with the Guardian, but at least they find value for MIBR at the start.
0 point. Locking in pretty well there for the side of MIBR to let them know they are at the right site. They're watching the right, but here actually comes the paranoia. Oxy gets taken down by the fragment grenade.
That was from back A, so they read that as well in terms of the hit that Cloud9's trying to do. A pop flash play into A heaven rather again gets thwarted, and that's a nice cam. So all these adjustments off the timeout, that was probably a lot of information being said here by Front in the very beginning, but well downloaded by MIBR in the server.
And MIBR have chosen to kind of give up this mid area again, but use util to re-clear it. They're happy to guard the sites with the members they have and let mid be taken as long as they can still get an idea of what's there.
30 seconds
left. Won't come into play anymore, and that was pushed up quite far, but now back on the flank is C9. Looks to get into this B site. Beautiful shots by xenom. Almost another one as he identifies Nat, just looking over. Man, they are just, they'd love to butt heads here at Edge. MIBR off guard, but credit to MIBR. They're playing really smart. Boom.
And that's the thing, the Hat's going to get a lot of info too. A 1v1 towards the B main, and Vic gets 2 nice kills though.
Really quick snap there to make sure he gets 2. The rest of the team says we are all over this site. Every entry is Cloud9's as they take B. But it is a 3v3, and Vic is hurt.
I was just about to mention too with, yes, they're trying to avoid the Operator, but with the position that they had for Cloud9, it was so difficult for MIBR to rotate across.
Clearing everything.
Yeah, they still tried to push forward, got a couple of trades, but Vic had the hero play. Gives a chance now for Cloud9 to play the pulse plant.
Give me orbs, says aspas.
4 stars in the front of B.
Yeah.
Just everything's unloaded in the front.
Oh, and the paranoia can't find anything. It's no longer on. They've pinged in. That's going to be the drone, though. Just in time is MIBR to stop a tragedy.
Oxy's gonna keep holding that line, but lose Mitch in the process.
Oh, what a look, what a shot. And aspas shuts down Oxy. A 5v3 now as Cloud9 is wondering where they can end here without their sight hit.
Thankfully, it's still 2 controllers up for Cloud9. They could smoke up everything and try to work as a group. Paranoia is still available as well.
Oh, straight out of the smoke without too much util. It's what they have to do at this point. Jump forward with the shorty as Vic is just taken down to 46. The rest for us. Starting on defense here. Already a rotation, a push out C long as MIBR wasting no time to dash into the site. Default hit here as they're just going to go ahead, power in numbers. But there is some hide in secret right now. Great kills from Oxy and Nat. Unexpected. MIBR thought they had a clear sight, and that moment they take to breathe is the moment that C9 takes to bite back.
Now you have no choice but to potentially stay inside the site or to go for hero plays, rather. Artzin and xenom, the last 2 remaining. I mean, yes, you've made it through this trip, but it might be too late unless you're able to get behind them.
Oh. Yeah, squeeze. Oh, shoot the back. Oh, he's good. Beautiful fragment. That's going to drop the health of a few, and Net alone. They still get a shot. Well, MIBR is playing this so masterfully right now, but they have to get in the smoke. They have to see if it's getting diffused. Can it be Oxy? Oh. No, it can't. It could be xenom once again. The final kill of the round will
they
go.
Can play the dimensional drift retake.
Actually pushed all the way to A. You saw him took that gate crash back. So now they're at B, ready for the hit. But aspas creeping around the back. They know they have gotten all the way into sight now. So C9's rotating over, but great positioning by MIBR here on the bonus round.
Here comes all these trades. So Oxy's back with the judge. He's going to be able to find information moving back for the rest of the team, but they're all isolated back towards the spawn.
All right. Blind and find. Here we go. Oxy trying to get in, does have that judge once again after they kind of flipped the site, so they're trading weapons back and forth. Vic to take down artzin here. Oxy in a smoke. He's trying to break crosshairs, cannot find anyone just yet, as somehow MIBR still hiding in these moments as Nat does search out cortezia. Salvo back and a bit of a break in the fight here as Cloud9 just figure out where their targets are. Vic should be able to get this. Wait a minute, a few more shots here. Vic.
The stingers. And aspas is once again going to be the one trying to entry towards that site. Thankfully, they have a cosmic divide to just split the front of that site to work together. Okay.
Oh, the spam through. They weren't expecting that from Secret. A trade back though, as aspas does find a kill. They can play this slow. Armageddon's there for Mitch. The Tejo ultimate is ready.
That's just unlucky. Maybe a small mistake on the cosmic divider. Free kill through the wall. Oh, got caught.
Blocked off aspas after his kill. They're kind of identifying a few of the members here. Stars are still on the spike. C9 need to work quick here and start to create a lot of options that MIBR can not get a hold of. But no, they're ready for everything.
And bleeding quite early.
Big push. They want to fight this fully. This blind is there, and aspas can't see a damn thing as Vic is able to get that frag in their favor for first blood of our 5th round.
And that's the Prowler just following behind that to actually get that bite onto aspas. The drone behind it as well. Just again, talking about this double initiator util is so good for Cloud9, but I talked about it on the attack side, not on how good it's been on a defensive side to help out here. Cloud9 take advantage of the orb and also deny it from Nosware.
Placing swamp grenade. Swamp grenade out.
Slowly trying to get themselves behind enemy lines. This is big from cortezia. We've seen this multiple times across our maps. Huge. And now he's causing problems for C9. This gives the rest of MIBR time to move around the map safely.
Okay, so they're putting a lot of responsibility onto Xeppaa just to watch that 1v1 so that Oxy can move back and support towards the Gout in front of A. But everything's done well enough here by cortezia to allow MIBR to move in for a plant. And once again, play. Potentially here, another clean post plant.
Almost a quick frag. They're going to actually use that Cypher ult.
Yeah, 2v2.
See if they can get in. The stars are going to be so troublesome here. Hunter's Fury hasn't even used the Astra Stars yet. Very well played. The layers to the post planter making this so tough for C9. But Oxy just gets a swinging headshot onto Nosware. They're going to head back to side as xenom. Going to do everything he can here.
Got it.
Quick concuss, quick shot, but he doesn't get that frag. It's not even the half though.
And MIBR could choose to play the fake or play the pinch.
You should run.
That's a huge point. And it's not going to be ready for at least another 10, 15 seconds. They're going to get through this lockdown very nicely. Quick Prowler is going to alert them. A very, very close Xeppaa, and that's going to go down. aspas and xenom, beautiful teamwork as they pick their teammate back up. artzin back in the mix.
Just so simple. Going with the null command, bait yourself out, being selfless. You could instantly trade res up while you still have the null command. And also you created that space already from the lockdown, so front side should be good, and it is.
Quick
MIBR
plant.
are doing a great job sticking to the basics of what are the advantages of this composition, what they could do. Again, we talked about these pop flashes for aspas. Aspas just dashing in and clearing space, and then you're able to play the post plant around operator in the hands of Oxy on this Yoru yet.
Oh, Baby Bay talking about it. aspas does some crazy things when he's on Pearl, but Vic and Xeppaa able to trade that B-Link area very well. This is going to be a tough hold for MIBR. 3 in sight and a big amount of ults coming in at him from the side of C9.
Push towards spawn though. artzin just got spotted by the dimensional drift.
Yeah, he's getting bumped around now. Oxy's basically trying to give him a hug at the moment. Mitch and Nat are going to follow up with 2 more on that, and Nosware looking down the crosshair. Not going to get much on that. Hunter's Fury and that null command up. C9 wants to stay in sight for this fight behind the wall.
I think artzin got the pick onto Mitch before the wall even came up.
Yeah, it was really quick. Just on that left side, you can see the X down. Another one from the Hunter's Fury, as well as Cloud9 is absolutely scattered in the A site, but it's not a commitment from MIBR yet.
At this point, C9 feel like they have to make the hero play, so just playing patient, playing your numbers here for MIBR is good. They're walking into crosshair, the op gets the pick on the Xeppaa. This should have been a save 20 seconds ago for C9.
Ooh, planning just off the crux in that default spot so they don't get spammed from the lower portion like before. And here come the rest of Cloud9, high, low. and just trying to monkey in around the site right now to get that perfect shot. Really nice post plant setup here for the side of MIBR, but they're known. They're found out now, and they have to make a move. Big shots from Cortezia, but it's not going to land. Vic comes up with another one. Xenom and Naswer now at the top of A main as Naswer strikes true twice. A lot of pressure on the map with that spike down, as always. Cortezia to open it up onto Vic. The smokes are now wanting for the side of C9. Just the jumps. They're so confident behind each other. It just looks like they're having fun right now in these final rounds of the first half. Map 3.
Yeah, and artzin is not going to hear the rotate yet, but there's still one player anchoring to watch that flank, and it's xenom again with the op.
Quick shot. Xenom with the pull, but it was going to be Oxy and the rest of the team already making it past. The timing in their favor, but here, timing from artzin. Oh, the first shots are on the jump. We've all been there, but Naswer was able to answer. The column is held strong. And
Cloud9, must I say.
Yeah, an upset indeed. Going into sight, smokes are down, salvos in, and the Arsenal gives a little breathing room here to Cloud9. We wondered if this Tejo would be stronger on their attack side as they start to trade. We do see, it looks like C9 feeling better on this one, just losing Xeppaa. Still a lot to throw at the site. Stop MIBR on the defuse.
So far, so good for Mitch. He's getting kills with the Ghost, but he's stuck towards the back of the site. So we talk about the salvos. When it comes back up here in 13, he might not be able to use them. At least they have the star on the ground for the pulse plant.
Mitch with 3. You better expect the Phantom to be purchased by C9 coming in the next round. That's how it works, especially if they win. But the smoke's going to make it tough now. Getting in a beautiful pull. Smoke still giving a bit of cover with about half. They just jump in. Oh no, Vans, this just got real tricky. They left
with cortezia, xenom, or even artzin in that fact.
Yeah.
They're still getting good results until this time. Oxy finally. Net didn't really push out too far out and just wanted to watch that angle. And they all stay as a group to make sure that they get guaranteed trades. We could find some surprises for him. I mean, look at that. Already an Armageddon on your attack side just to make sure you could get a plant down.
Crazy stuff. And that's a quick one, too. Quick default plant. They should wait. Plant gets stopped here. They actually have to figure this out again. They still get the frags they need. Yeah, all good. That was just for a moment. It looked scary, but obviously just pistols on the other side, so not much damage was done. Even Oxy's going to stay for the last. I feel like they have map positioning. They throw a smoke down. No, they are ready. The quick dismiss, but they still don't look. They don't check the corner. A quick trade onto aspas, and they know dropping the off is going to be big, and there may not be many here, right? Aspas is there. The team's probably across the map, and Oxy's going to figure that out right away.
And that's the good news. He dropped Mitch instead, so you could still grab the orb, get information into Dimensional Drift, and play the pulse plant for Cloud9.
So huge here how this played out for C9. Can they layer the post plant, though? MIBR ready to get in. Not a lot of util there. Just coming from artzин's KO.
Oxy's just springing TP away, just keeping them, trying to waste that clock down. And that util still available for Cloud9 to pulse plant. Already stuck to halfway, though.
Ooh, yeah, that's going to be huge. Star goes down, but still pressures them off only for the second defuse, which will pressure Cloud9 even more to get out into position. One shows, Oxy takes it down, but Naswer and Xenom come up huge, and MIBR are starting to close down onto Cloud9. Vic again, can he make it happen? Always asked for.
Oh, he's got it.
And lay these rounds so slow move. You can see artzin, he's like, is everybody gonna crash through art? He seems a bit scared. He tries to take main control. It's not going to be enough. C9 are throwing everything in the kitchen sink in sight before they even enter right now. And there's one from artzin. Reloads, gets another shell on there, cocks the shotgun again, and it's a 4K. The collateral on the last hit there. Oh my God, pumping up the team with the Bucky. And it's going to be just one more left. Net to live in A with the plan.
Silver lining is that he didn't pick up any of these weapons.
Bye-bye.
Smoke towards that spawn. You don't really give an opportunity for aspas to get a good line.
Well, they're going to peek this right away, hoping the dart would be something. It's not going to get enough there as they get right back into the smokes. Nice use of the layering and util here as we go back for the fight. Van's Fragment's actually going to start cooking some people up in the corner. Net tries to get a kill, but artzin runs into his Fragment to get the final kill there on Oxy. Or not final kill, but another one.
And that's a huge kill from Net. The ult gets information all four.
Slow pushes back and forth. The trades are making this very tough to get a peek on as they spam through the smoke. You can see this push now coming from Naswer, trying to figure out who is back here, how much he can do. 3 bullets left in the Vandal. Picks up another, picks up a Phantom. He should be good now. It's going to be a re-fire onto Mitch. Trade from Vic.
I mean, so it was the most
They have to think twice now. Is this spot something that gets kills on him? No way it happens again, Fancilly. Oxy's gonna try to check it, but it was just a weird check wire on the outside. Xeppaa's finally able to capitalize on that, but now C9 are running away from this Hunter's Fury that tagged up Xeppaa.
They had to be aware of that, especially with how aspas shot those right away. At least he got into an instant train, and he also wasted out that Hunter's Fury. And MIBR's read now is to say, well, they got to back up on this, because aspas technically was opting towards the A side. We have to run away from that, which C9 has done, but the mind games continue here for Mitch. They're going to wait for the second wave around the Nightfall and Salvo, so very important that Xeppaa stayed alive to dance around the Hunter's Fury.
Your fear.
Nightfall comes in. You have to expect MIBR is going to use Cosmic Divide to take the site back once this plant happens, so they'll probably let a bit of this happen really before giving themselves up. Oh, good damage.
No.
Oh, cortezia with the molly. It's actually walked in by Xeppaa. That Hunter's Fury pays off big time.
I mean, it's out in the open. You're still running into that, and now aspas gets a pick and a spikes down.
There's going to be a gate in. Quickly goes net. They try to force the play. It's on a pressure cooker now. Cortezia relegated to 2 sheriffs. Weapons on the 3 Stooges. Let's see if they can make it happen. Into the site. Oxy's going to get everything with Dimensional Drift here. Armageddon goes down. They could still have Salvo coming in for that lockdown. Few shots go back. And that's going to be a bit of mid now picked up by Cloud9. Looks like they could stay alive here with just 3 more as their man up.
What a nice Armageddon to follow him out.
Aspas. It's going to be a quick shorty as he knows Mitch is coming in. They're not going to be able to get any of that util. xenom, artzin, and aspas still alive now to try and get this spike down.
And both players of C9 are isolated, though. It might have to be our hero play coming in for once again Vic.
Nobody's going for that spike just yet. Obviously, MIBR can see it. They'll keep putting it on the ground if it gets picked up. And they have coverage across the site. This looks tough for C9.
30 seconds left.
If they win this, it's the momentum they need to keep going to bring it OT.
Enemy remaining.
One more, Vance. It's going to be Vic. He takes the shot, the 2v1. He's trying to create the 1v1s, but he can't find anybody. 18 seconds, and they're going to force him to plant the spike. artzin just doing the peaks. Can he get underneath Heaven here just to make it happen? He's going to get behind the pillar. He probably has a bit of a plant spot. The Kickoff just off to the left side. Can he get himself into a position that pushes and pulls? It's going to be the kill from artzin. That's it. MIBR reigns on Cloud9's parade as they move through the kickoff.